This has been the first isthala of Lord Vishnu's 108 Thivya Deshams. Throughout the year, it has attracted a lot of tourists, especially the Vaisnavites, and it has been also called as the Boologa Vaikundam, that is, heaven of the earth. As its pride, it also have 21 towers, and one golden Vimana at its temple premises. The campus wall has been constructed like a fort, which is in the dimension of 72 feet in length, 2,521 feet width, 21 feet height and 6 feet thickness. Legend on Thiruvarangam, or otherwise called as Sri Rangam. Thiruvarangam or Sri Rangam has its own legend, that its origin had been due to the effort made by the brother of the demon king Ravanan of Lanka, Vibishnan. The presiding deity of Aranganathan had been given to the king Ishvaghu of Ayothi, once upon by the creator god Lord Brahmah. Since Brahmah, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, had been the successor of the king Ishvaghu, after his coronation at Ayothi, he had handed over the idol of Aranganathan to Vishnu, the brother of the Lankan's demon king Ravanan, as the exchange of gratitude towards his participation in the war between Lord Rama and the demon Ravana. While having returned to Lanka, Vibishnan had to cross the place Thiruvarangam at one fine afternoon. That day had been the day of Saturday, Rohini birth star, Sklabasha Ekathasi. He had gone first taking bath in the river. While having done so, he had handed over the idol of Thiruvaranganathan to a small boy standing there, told him that he shouldn't let down the idol on the ground anyhow. When having returned from bathing, he found that idol had been laid upon the ground. Vishnu had tried his level best to unfasten the idol from the ground, but all in vain. Vishnu, having tempted with severe anger, had slashed that boy on his cheek. That boy had run very fast, and sat upon the hill called Rock Fort, who's been none other than Lord Vachipalayar. Lord Ranganathan had also told Vishnu that he wanted that place to be as his residing place thereafter, and from there, having faced towards south, he could bless the Lanka forever. Having deceived by Lord Vinayaka, he had returned to Lanka with empty hand. Again from that day onwards, it has been believed that Vishnu might visit Sri Rangam once in a year. The river Kaveri, having divided into two at Kulladam, near Trichy, and is running to some distance and again joined together as one. The portion, in between the two divided branches of the river Kaveri, has been termed as Thiruthi, and upon which the place Thiruvarangam or Sri Rangam has been situated majestically. This place has been situated within the reach of 5.5 km from Trichy, where the Lord Vishnu has been residing as in the posture of Sanam, that is in sleep with vigil. The temple is having 4 Raja Gopurams at 4 directions, and 7 holy corridors, which actually looks like small town within the temple premises. This type of town-like outer corridors haven't seen in any other temples. The 7th corridor, which has been called as Madhumalaga Pragram, the 6th corridor, which has been called as Thiruvikrama Pragram, and the 5th corridor, which has been called as Agalangan, all these have been occupied with full of shops and houses. The rest of the 4 corridors seem to be the temple's real corridors. presiding deity Lord Ranganathan had been consecrated by the Sula king, Varma, and he who had built a sanctum, Vimana, Mantapam, and tank, for this temple at first. As time passed, the temple premises had been covered under the sand, due to the heavy flood in the river Kaveri. After some years passed, this temple premises had been unearthed by a Sula king, named as Kili, by the information given by a parrot. He again had renovated the sanctum, the presiding deity and the temple premises. He also built one mantapam for the parrot, for the information it had given, as the gratitude towards it. Even today, the first corridor has been named after the king as Alwar-praised, since he had first built that temple. The second corridor had been built the Sula king Raja Mahendran, while the third corridor had been built by the Pandya king Kulaskaran. These second and third corridors have been called after their names as respectively. The fourth corridor has been called as Alwar-praised, which was built by the one of the Alwars, who were none other than the fierce disciples of Lord Vishnu, Thiruvarangam Alwar, who had been a king once, and the corridor has been called by his original name, Aranganathan. Sri Rangam. It's an individual temple, surrounded with 4 walls. A unique feature here is that there have been 2 presiding deities inside the sanctum. It's because of the Mohammedans' invasion on southern Tamil Nadu, the presiding deity had been hidden under the earth for some years. Before unearthed the hidden presiding deity, one more deity had been consecrated at the shrine. So, with the new one, the previous one had also been added. During the day of Agingda Ekadasi, when the processional deity named Perumal has been taken to the Paramapatha Wazil, or Circa Wazil, it's been said that the goddess Nachir had leaned forward to see him in sitting posture, with her 5 fingers having pressed on the ground. While having done so, there made the fingerprints of 5 holes on the ground. Even now we could able to see that fingerprints there, at the shrine. Glories of Sri Rangam. Generally, in all the temples, Brahmotsavam, that is, 10 days grand festival, has been celebrated for one time in a year, whereas here in Sri Rangam, it has been celebrated on the Tamil months of Thai, Masi, and Chibirai, thrice in a year. As per the Hindus' Puranas, it's said to be originated from the heavenly Milky Ocean, Parkadal, which has been the abode of Lord Vishnu. The presiding deity, Aranganathan, has been residing at Sayanakolam, that is in sleeping posture, and the Vimana, that is, tower of the sanctum, has been laid by the golden sheets. Except Mathurakalvai Alwar, this has been the only isthala, which has been praised with the hymns, that is, Mangala Sazanam, by all the Alwars, that is the fierce disciples of Lord Vishnu. This temple has been originated only after the end of the reign of Rama Avatar, who has been the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, having held such an ancient glory. Among the 108 Thivya Deshams of Lord Vishnu, the south-facing istalas have been only 2. The first one is Sri Rangam, and the another one is Thiruvarangam.